This is the #1 op Dragon Lore trade up video. I'm gonna be honest, I genuinely don't know whether he hits it or not. I know Chichoro was baiting it, saying like, oh, my op is #2. But I haven't gone on Twitter, really. And Chad has actually not spoiled anything yet. I'm assuming that he does hit, because as far as I'm aware, it was a 90% trade up. If he misses, this is the saddest video of all time, but I think he hits. I think he hits. I think he hits. #1 op Dragon Lore trade up, possibly the craziest video of all of Counter-Strike history. Let's see. Also, we don't actually need a prediction. I was trolling.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come for the
I have been waiting
conclusion
months.
of my journey to the
Months
#1
for this.
float Dragon Lore in existence. For many years, I have tried and failed at great time and expense to create the ranked #1 lowest float of this legendary skin. In 2024, I have been dedicating the most time and the most money I ever have chasing any skin that I've ever chased. After having to craft the majority of these M4A1S Knights myself due to scarcity, we currently stand at a 90% chance to hit it. Well, at least that's how we ended part 2 of the journey. However,
How was it 30 minutes
since then, foolishly, in a recent video, I could not help myself, and I used one of the higher float Knights in a 5% contract. Unsurprisingly, this was a huge waste of a $10,000 skin.
Oh no, wait.
One in
That's only
20
80%
odds
now.
did not come through. This actually leaves us
Oh
with
no.
an 80%
Oh no.
chance
Mods.
at the #1 Dragon Lore
Kill
instead of what we
spoilers.
finished with, which
Thank
was a 90%. In this video, it is time to attempt to boost our odds from an 80% back up. To do this, I've been preparing. I sent my fellow YouTuber, Tech Savvy Scientist, $5,000 and instructed him to return as many low float mil-spec.
Tech Savvy Scientist, traded up for the #1 Desert Eagle Emerald Jormungandr. If you don't know who he is, just to give you some context. So the #1 of this skin right here, he traded up to that. Volume is low. Okay, up it a little. Bang, bang.
From the Cobblestone collection
Should
as he possibly could. This required gathering low float industrial skins and throwing them in trade ups for low odds at hitting the Cobblestone collection mil-spec. He did fantastically.
Stop saying Arrow doesn't know. Aware.
Him attempting all of these Cobblestone mil-specs.
I don't.
Big shout out to Tech Savvy for doing this for me, by the way. I'll leave his details and the video down below in the description. Spoiler alert, he managed to return 29 mil-specs to me. It's my job to take these mil-specs, try and turn them into low float chalices. Final attempt at some chalices. Thank you so much, Tech Savvy. Without you attempting, a lot of these wouldn't be possible. He's informed me the most optimized way to do these trade ups is basically having 2 items in from the Cobblestone collection mixed with 8 fillers. This gives us a 16.67% chance at a usable chalice. We can also hit the Desert Eagle hand cannon, which is of course float capped, so unusable. I have been doing a bunch of these contracts off camera, and amazingly, I managed to hit one of these chalices recently. However, there were a hell of a lot of fails included in that. I'm joined by my lucky cat, and that is a great sign. We have 15 contracts, which means 15 chances at usable chalices. Contract #1 of 15. Let's go. Oh, fail. As a little reminder, I gave Tech Savvy $5,000 to make all of these inputs for me, and he did great. He did really good. I got a lot
like
more
$40 each
than I would if I were
each.
buying them off the market for that money. Here goes nothing. Attempt #2, 16% chalice. Oh, fail. #3, show me that Cobblestone collection.
Oh my god.
Fail. #4, we need some luck, Kitty. Come on, let's go. Let's see the Cobblestone. Oh no, we see the Cobblestone. Wrong item, I guess. you get what you wish for, right?
16%
Very
chance.
nice float hand cannon, but not
one hits
a
and it's
chalice.
the wrong
There's
one.
a very real possibility that we could get absolutely no chalices. Through all of these items, it's so hard to make these chalices in the first place, which makes my 9 nights so far just absolutely mind-blowing. Chalice time.
Bang.
We gotta start seeing some chalices. Come on, Gaben. Lego. Is the 0
got the
out of
arrow
15
lock.
about to happen? I don't want to curse it. Even if that does happen, we can still try and work with what we got. Chalice time. Oh no, second hand cannon. It's time for our first chalice so far. Show us it. And again. So much work went into getting all of these 30 cobblestone items. They all had to be traded up too. Are we going to burn through absolutely all that money and all that work in a split second for absolutely nothing? Maybe. Gaben, please show me a chalice. Just one. Just one singular chalice from all of these 15 crazy expensive contracts. Let's go. We only have 3.
How is this possible?
Remains.
It's a 16%
not looking great,
chance.
ladies and gentlemen. It really is not looking fantastic.
Oh my god! I'd be so mad.
Let's go, Chalice. Hey! Finally, we actually hit 1.
Finally?
We hit 1. Amazing. I
Turning
don't think it's the
5K into
best float
1500.
Yeah, because I ran out of really, really low float items to put in, but this is usable. And our very
It's $1,000 to $1,500, I think. For that
Can we
CZ.
squeeze out another cheeky chalice right at the end?
Come on, clutch up, clutch up, clutch up, clutch
Let's
up.
find out. We got 1. We got 1 out of 15.
How are you saying
Float
decent
is not
RTP?
even that great. There's
like
been a lot of
30%.
pain on this journey so far, and this was painful. That night,
Exactly 30.
no pun intended, I was very frustrated after the failure of all of these mil specs only hitting 1 single chalice. So I decided to use one of my higher float chalices and whack it in a 10% trade up for a low float night.
Gunganir.
This is what happened.
Oh!
Yep,
It's for,
MP9 Wild
Wild
Lily
Lotus.
in low float. I'm not arguing with that one too much. I think that's a pretty decent outcome. Obviously, it can't be used in our journey whatsoever. But when I was looking back at the footage, I realized I didn't even throw the chalice into the contract. I had completely left it out by mistake. So it was time to actually put it into a contract this time for another 10% at a low float night. And boom. Magically, the 10% had come through,
that's
creating
insanely lucky.
a really, really nice low float night that is usable in this journey.
Okay,
Somehow
that
forgiving
MP9,
my mistakes
correct me if I'm wrong, 6K?
of throwing the other night
It's
into
like
a
top
5%
5 lowest
and
float MP9
replenishing
Wild
my
Lily.
stock of nights with a brand new, even lower
5K.
float fresh
Sounds
night.
about right.
Despite spending probably around the 6-figure mark on all of these videos in total in this entire journey attempting to create the #1 Dragon Lore, I don't have a sponsor for this video. The reason being, I'd like to mention something else to all of you, something I hold pretty close to my heart.
He's
My
getting
girlfriend of the last 5 years, whom I'm sure you've seen in many of my videos, she has been working extremely hard lately, pouring her heart and soul into her first ever startup business. She's put every ounce of money she has in this whole world into this thing, and it was kind of my idea. At first, I caught her doodling designs in her spare time, and I really liked what I saw. So I encouraged her to combine her love for art and her love for fashion, and to try and start something on her own. I've seen every single aspect of her journey from the very, very beginning, from not believing it could ever work to the amazing state that it's in today.
How many days did this take?
Days. She sells pretty dope t-shirts, sweaters, and hoodies, some of which you'll probably have already seen me wear a bunch in my videos anyway. I'm never gonna have any merch whatsoever, so this is kind of the closest thing you can get to it. However, this is so much more than just merch. This is an entire clothing brand with hopefully a bright future ahead of it. If you're interested,
hey, check it out. Sure, go for it. Guys, Sparkle's girlfriend, she actually helped with one of my videos before. Like I asked for a skit for the rarest skin video. She was perfectly happy to do it.
In checking out what she has created and is selling to the world.
I don't know her name, but
below in the
thank you,
description.
Sparkle's girlfriend.
Daysclothing.com. If any of you like the clothes, purchasing them will literally mean the world to her and will mean a hell of a lot to me as well. That's all I wanted to mention. Let's continue on our journey. Everybody in the comments from the last part of this journey was saying, now that you've got a 90%, you got to make it a 100%. You've come this far, you cannot possibly risk it. The chances of that 10% coming through and ruining absolutely everything. A lot of you seem to be very opposed.
10
so
it's not possible.
I put together
There's not enough
a
things.
very, very special contract. And I was joined by my friend Tradeup, and we made a deal together. A shot at another night for a 100% was on
League
the
of
table.
Legends
Here's
player.
how it went. Yo, yo. Firstly, happy birthday.
Thank you already. Those wishes were very nice, bro.
I'm happy you hit that wild lily on your birthday. That's awesome.
You don't know. My hand when clicking the button was like really shaking, and like from now on, I made
He's
a
the
vow.
most Polish
I am
person
never,
in the world.
Ever doing like a contract, expensive one, or like gambling on my like a special day ever again.
it could ruin it all, right? I haven't told my audience the deal.
You can explain it because with my broken English, some people might not understand.
So you have very, very kindly provided me 2 inputs from the St. Mark collection in quad 0 format. That is because your ultimate dream and #1 skin ever of all time, if I'm not mistaken, is the MP9 Wild Lily.
Yes, it is in fact a skin that I've always wanted to go for, but I am not a multi-millionaire.
Well, it's your birthday
Chungus.
today, and you hit that birthday contract for the #2.
Yeah.
And that's
I don't know about
incredible.
that, True.
Yes, that's incredible. I was very happy.
Our deal is you provide these to me for free, and then if I hit the MP9 Wild Lily, I give that to you for free.
Yes, that's the deal. Basically, I'm giving you 2 fillers
Yep.
for free.
Yep.
But if you hit, at least one person is walking away with a smile.
Exactly. To be honest, if I hit that, I'm still walking away with a smile because it's kind of like fate because it's your birthday.
It is, but trust me, like no matter what, as long as it's not the goddamn Franklin or the R8 revolver, I am so happy, bro. Like, I already got my birthday gift. I had an amazing time with my family, my audience, and everything.
Oh,
And now closing out the day with you, it's
I
gonna
love
be
to
very
hear
good.
it. If we have a look at the #1s and the
this
#2s and
is
everything we're using for this,
insane.
it's pretty crazy. We're using the #2 Emerald Pinstripe, using #5 Amber Fade, using #3 Emerald Pinstripe, using #4 Emerald Pinstripe, using the #1 Desert Eagle.
Wait, that's the one that the guy I was talking about earlier.
Which is just absolutely
From
ridiculous.
Scientific-
Tech savvy
whatever
crafted
his
this
face.
with 5 zeros and then 6666666.
Oh, no.
It's so sick. So if this gets deleted and we get like a P250,
Oh no!
We won't.
yeah, okay, I'm not even gonna say that. The #2 Chalice, the
Crafted by me.
#2 Icarus Fell,
Why
Also
though?
crafted by me.
the #3 Chalice, the #2 Midnight
Why not
Lily,
split them up?
and
Also by me.
the #2
Why not
Sea
split
Khalifa.
them up?
As well, my created. In case you couldn't tell, I love those like purple
How much is this
items.
trade
I
up?
love mil-spec contracts so much. Those are my favorite to do.
The outcome,
60k?
they're all #1s.
Wait, even a rate and P250?
I haven't checked those, and I don't want to check those. All right, I'm
Okay,
not,
we don't check, we don't
no,
check.
that's not gonna happen. 20% new Wild Lily, 5 zeros. 20%
Yeah.
new #1
Oh
Knight.
my
That is
God.
the
Oh
absolute
my
ideal outcome for me, to
God.
be honest. Because then
That could be a
whack
video
it in the
alone. This
#1
trade up.
indoor trade up. I have 6 zeros. Yeah,
This could be a
6-0,
video.
that's
6-0-9.
disgusting. That's disgusting.
That's insane.
Also #1 Poseidon. I could beat my own #1 Poseidon here. Yeah, but I wouldn't be too unhappy with it, you know. It's better than the terrible
Alright.
thing. The last good outcome is the
Oh.
Negev Mjolnir, 5 zeros. So that's absolutely ridiculous.
Price-wise, that Mjolnir is unironically worth
50K.
a lot. I don't
Yeah.
know.
No,
Like
30k.
that.
No, I know. I know it's worth a lot. One of them's in. One of them's in already.
Wait, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you put the OG in slot 1 and the Calico in slot 6?
Just because
I
it's
need to
your
make the
birthday.
Yeah,
Sure.
because my birthday is on 16th of November.
Yeah,
And I was
okay.
Late.
on 11. Like, I will just be honest, I am not a liar. I am just here screaming for the MP9,
Of
right?
course.
I
you
am
are.
just screaming for the MP9, but I assure you, no matter what, as long as it's a good outcome, I will be happy, and it has been an amazing birthday for me.
No.
And
Oh my
if you can
God.
walk away with a smile, that's also a smile in my book. But we know which outcome I prefer. Yeah, shout out to everyone watching, guys.
40%
Make sure to
chance.
comment and like in advance, no matter what. I'm very thankful to be part of this journey, and I'm very happy with how far we've come. Could I have the honors, please?
Like the
Let's
video.
start this video.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely, yeah.
40% chance.
I'm probably going to cover my eyes for it because it's so scary. How much do you think this contract is, by the way?
The
It's
Deagle
gotta
is
be
worth like 4k.
That's
yeah.
it?
The AUG is like 3k, so
That's
4k,
it?
3k. Then the Skull is like 2.5k out. No, like 2k.
I thought this was a
and the
way more
Challises are
expensive
both,
Tradeup.
3k. And then each filler is like 1,000.
15 to
21k.
20.
Okay, this editor, I'm getting upset. This guy puts Icarus Fell as a filler. That's like a $4,000 M4. Hello?
Okay, range, yeah, something like that.
Do you want me to do it in Polish?
Whatever brings the most luck.
I'm upset.
That is what we need right now.
5, 4,
Steady.
3,
Shit.
2.
What?
Jeden.
These are not words. These are not words. Oh!
Oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness.
I just woke up my entire family.
That is pain.
I am so sorry for you, man.
I'm so sorry that you didn't hit the lily.
No. Mid, it doesn't matter. I am so sorry for you, man.
It's not
It was a
50-50 Franklin.
40%
number one.
chance.
It is. Yeah, we did it.
To miss.
We did it. A ginormous
60%
fail.
chance to hit.
So big. The number one P250 Franklin. It could not have gone worse.
$20,000.
So much money wasted. And it was back to the drawing board. The current number one Dragon Lore is
my
quite
God.
legendary. It has
Bro, that alone is already one of the worst trade ups of all time. That's like top 3 worst trade ups ever done.
the float of 000 1337
Oh
420
my God.
69. This is, of course, the ultimate meme skin. You can't really get a better, more memey float than that. And it took Frankfurter
my
a
God.
very, very long time to get all of the
Yep.
inputs for and
He had
craft.
to
And
trade
this was
up
many,
from
many years ago,
Millspec,
where it would
or
have been
from
considerably easier
Grays.
nowadays. He has then sold this D-Lore to one of the biggest Brazilian streamers in the whole scene. I can't really say his name
Cachorro.
correctly, but Cachorro? That is my attempt at it. Who I have been battling with in this journey. For those of you who don't remember, I tried to buy the old number one Knight before I created the new one for around $8,000, which was a very reasonable price, and he came along and offered double 16,000.
man.
Surprise, surprise. He got the Knight. He was
Oh,
basically
man.
throwing
He bought that
this
off
much money
Drutitude,
at the
I
Knight to
believe.
try and stop me from crafting the new number one Dragon Lore, which makes perfect sense because he owns the number one Dragon Lore, and why would he want his to become number 2? He said he would love to join me and be there at the time that I tried to create this number one, and I asked him, why would you want that? You're not going to be exactly there to cheer me on. Like, it might be a
gonna
moment of
hex it.
sadness for you. And he said it's something historic. Having the opportunity to witness it is spectacular. So
Yeah.
big shout out to him for being so
Look at the
humble
cat,
and just
chilling.
wanting to watch a historic event despite it possibly creating him some financial loss. I said, unfortunately, I think our timings are going to be a bit off, so I'm not sure you can be there. However, the number one Knight that I created, I will not register on the database. I'm just going to delete it in the contract. So whatever happens, your number one Knight stays your number one Knight. He said, good luck, bro. Thank
Mods,
you for
register
not
it.
registering the real number one Knight. You, above all, are a nice person. Despite these little skin battles I inevitably end up having with people when I'm trying to craft new number ones, he's shown his true colors, and his support for me, despite what I'm trying to do, is insane. So big love to him. Before finalizing this insane contract, I saw this clip from Oni.
I think the new #1 will be not #1. Why? And I kinda hate Sparkles for doing this, but I told him this already, but I also respect it, of course. But look at this #1, the current #1 AWP Dragon Lord. The float is 0.00001337 420 69. I hope Sparkles just doesn't do random float. Would be nice if at least a 69 or something.
This inspired me to try and put even more effort
Makes
and
it
even
way
more
harder,
expense into this journey by creating a special float #1 Dragon Lore. I got talking to Tech Savvy to discuss the art of the possible, what we could create, what we couldn't create, and after
imagine he does
a couple of
1337
hours or so in a call together, we broke down the math and came up with the creation of a skin.
Oh my god. Oh
that
my
could
god.
possibly
Oh my
lead
god.
us to create a 0.00011111111 Dragon Lore. This would be absolutely unreal. It wouldn't be easy. We'd have to craft the specific skin that we needed down the chain and then work our way up the chain.
I never understood
then,
this type of math.
If we even managed to hit
Figuring
it
out how to
in
get
the
the
final
exact thing from a
contract,
trade-up.
this would mean we had to input the M4A1S blue phosphor as the 10%, which would mean we'd have a 10%.
I failed algebra.
I don't even want to say it. A 10% shot at the AWP fade. It would be so bad. It would be so bad if we hit that. But during our call,
Surely that
we
won't
really
happen,
dove
right?
deep down the CS float tunnel and came up with 2 contracts. One a 60% and one a 30%. Both an emerald pinstripe, which if we managed to hit it, we could use that in a restricted contract that would give us a 20% at an M4A1S Knight with the correct float to then put in to the 90% Dragon Lore contract to give us that 11111111 special float Dragon Lore. Firstly, I attempted the 30%. Fail.
Well,
yes. We hit
Chat,
the
what is
amber
this bar
fade
up here?
instead
The
of
trading
the emerald pinstripe.
privileges
Big
have been
rip. But
suspended?
all hope was not lost.
What
I
is
then
that?
attempted the 60% emerald pinstripe contract.
This'll hit. Bang. Oh my god.
Fail. Chance had screwed us, and it was well and truly back to the drawing board. This time, we calculated 2 more contracts. One to once again give us the emerald pinstripe needed for that 11111111 #1 float Dragon Lore, which would still be a 20% at the night, and then a special backup.
Whoa. Is that
This
a
would give
chest?
us a 70% at an emerald pinstripe usable that we could chuck into a 40% for a night.
What an
give us
edit.
the correct float.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Dragon Lore with the float 00001.
Okay, that's
2, 3,
even
4,
cooler
5,
to me
6,
than the
7.
1, 1, 1,
However,
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
failing either of these 2 contracts still meant that we'd have a 90% at the #1 Dragon Lore. However, it wouldn't be in special float, but if these 2 fail, then it just wasn't to be, and we'll still attempt it anyway. So I gathered all the skins needed for that suitable float emerald pinstripe to create the knight that creates the 111111 Dragon Lore, and we hit it. 20% shot at that night is now possible. Now it was time to create the emerald pinstripe with a specific float to create the specific float knight that would create the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Dragon Lore. And once again,
Bang.
we smashed it. Not only did we have a 20% at the night to create the 1111, we also now had a 40% to create the night of the 1, 2, 3, 4. The
I don't know how
final
they're
2
getting these
pieces
numbers.
of
Are they
the
using a
puzzle
calc?
have now been unlocked. It's time to attempt our
trade-up calc?
custom contracts. This is the 20% at the night with the perfect float.
Oh my god.
111111 Dragon Lore. We've also got a whole bunch of options in here. We have the Poseidon. It won't be the #1 because I already hit the #1. And this hydroponic won't be the #1 hydroponic because I already hit that too. But we have 30% and some very, very scary, terrible options.
Please.
Final item going into this.
Just don't be
contract.
shameless
The
one time.
that we took a long time crafting, failed at many times, and boom, there it is.
G3SG1 Chronos. Rising Sun
20%
collection.
At a night. With a low enough float that's usable for the 111111 number 1 Dragon Lore. These skins, for reference, they are not cheap. This is the number 1 Daybreak, for example. This alone cost $3,000. And all of the other skins you see in here are also pretty much thousands of dollars. Insane contract.
This one won't miss,
30%
right?
for absolute garbage. 20% Negev Moldy. 10% AK-47 Hydroponic.
Right?
20% Poseidon.
It's a 30% chance to miss.
20% Knight.
It has to hit.
If we hit this 20% Knight, we got a shot at that special float. We will try our absolute best to make it happen. My heart's beating out of my chest right now, and we haven't even got to the final contract. This is absolutely insane. An entire year of work. So much time, effort, expense, calculations, everything. Let's try this 20%. Count it down with me, ladies and gentlemen. 3, 2, 1. M4A1F Knight. Oh!
Yes!
No way!
Oh my god.
No way! No way did we just hit that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You know what this means? You know what this means, guys. You know what this means. We have to use the blue phosphor. It means the final contract's ready to go, and we have to use the blue phosphor for a 10%. Oh my goodness. We need to check the night. We need to make sure it is the correct float. There it is.
Oh my
6,
god.
7, 7, 7, 7, 9. Okay.
That is insane.
Shit just got real. This alone is insanity. Ooh, I can't register this on the database because this is actually
the
technically
number 1.
now the new number 1 float night. So I actually have the number 1 and the number 2. If I registered both of them on the database, poor Cajoro, his night would be knocked down to a number 3 instead of a number 1. This
that would be kind of funny to do, no?
Insanity. I cannot believe that we just hit that 20%. It leaves one final contract remaining, and you guys know what that contract is. No more messing about with Challises. No more messing about with mil-specs, Dark Ages, P2000 chainmails. One final step remains.
I don't know if I'm ready.
Which means we gotta pull this guy out of storage. Oh,
blue
dear.
phosphor?
Oh dear. Come on then, get out of there.
Blue phosphor?
I had already done all the math.
It's a pink.
And all the calculations.
But it's better than the AWP fade.
Failing this 20%
which is a red
contract. Look, I've already got the other 40% one. All calculated, all ready to go with the correct float of the night and everything, but we don't need it. Instead, this is what the contract is going to look like. 90%. At a Dragon Lore.
1 1 1 1
1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4 float. 10% at an AWP fade with terrible float. This is crazy. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're enjoying this journey so far, please smash that like button. Near enough $100,000 is about
$100,000 for one trade up
on the line to make history. I need to check the specific flow of these nights so incredibly closely. First night into the contract. Second night, the 20% we just hit and calculated perfectly.
I don't like this.
Contract. Final item into the contract.
10% chance.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Fade.
The number 1 Dragon Lore. The contract I have spent 1 year or so leading up to this point.
Okay,
I just want to remind everyone that this was not done for financial gain. Whatever comes out of this contract will be at great financial loss, even if it is the outcome that we want.
Even
this
the max
isn't
win
about
is
money.
a loss.
This is about legacy. This is about legend. This is about success in the face of defeat. Being mad enough to do the thing that so many people said was not possible and proving all of them wrong. If I were to hit this, this will be my greatest gaming achievement ever. Sure, unboxing a souvenir Dragon Lore. That was amazing. Sure, unboxing the lowest float
in the
stat
game.
track item in the entire world with 1 in a billion chance. That was amazing. But this is so much more than those. Those were events of pure luck, pure chance. This is something different. This has been a journey with struggle, failure, frustration, expense, having to stand back up so many times after getting brutally beaten down. But today is the day we complete our journey and arrive at its final
Don't leave
destination.
me, Murph.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much
Don't let me go.
for joining me on
Don't
this.
let me go.
It's time.
Thousands of skins deleted for this. Hundreds of hours.
90%.
Who
Number
cares
one.
about the money? It's not
Dragon
about the
Lore.
money.
10%.
It's about the history.
Number 1. Orb Fade.
Money comes and goes. Number ones
Count it
stay
down with me.
forever.
10. I'm
10.
gonna have to cover my eyes for it as well. 9.
9,
8. 7.
7,
6.
6, 5,
5. 4. 3.
Shall never be beaten.
2.
2
1.
and 1.
Remember, always chase your dreams, no matter how hard they are. Let's go!
90% chance.
Let's go! Let's go! I'm sorry, E.T. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness, boys. We have to check the float. We have to check it. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Oh my god.
We did it. We did it. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, the new number 1 Dragon Lore. I want to say a huge shout out to absolutely everybody involved in this journey. I want to name everyone, but there's so many people I would forget. This is an absolutely historic moment. I never thought I'd cry over a CS skin. But we did it. We did it. I know a lot of you will be watching this just before Christmas, so I hope you have the absolute best
happy.
Christmas. Remember what's important. Friends, family, loved ones. You guys are absolutely incredible, and I did this for you as much as I did this for me. I could not be happier with how this turned out, and I hope this shows the world that Counter-Strike is more than just a game to some of us. I love our community, and I'm so privileged and proud to be in the position that I'm in, and it's all because of you guys. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your likes. And I hope everybody watching this has an amazing Christmas and an even better New Year. It's finally time for me to take my rightful place in this museum display in the very center. The number 1 Orb Dragon. I hope all of you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Now that's a video.
Yes.
That is a video. Oh my god. The number
The very
1
center. The
top Dragon Lore. Unbelievable. He said some tea about Chichoro. I mean, I have some tea. He stole some of my videos from back in the day. He just translated them into Portuguese. Pretty shameless. So it's like a double win. For me. Oh man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Make sure to subscribe.